हाँ जी, आज अपन पढ़ रहे हैं स्टेप अप चोपर। स्टेप अप चोपर मीन्स चोपर वाला जो चैप्टर पढ़ रहे हैं, चोपर में स्टेप अप चोपर, स्टेप डाउन चोपर, स्टेप अप डाउन चोपर्स। तो स्टेप डाउन चोपर्स की एनालिसिस अपन ने की थी कि कैसे स्टेप डाउन चोपर वर्क करता है और कैसे करंट का वेरिएशन जो है एक लो करंट से हाई करंट और हाई लो करंट के बीच में होता है। जैसे मैं दोबारा से थोड़ा सा रिवाइज करूं तो यूं जैसे इसको ऑन करते हैं वोल्टेज आता है, जैसे ऑफ करते हैं वोल्टेज जीरो होता है, जैसे ऑन करते हैं वोल्टेज आता है और कैसे वोल्टेज जीरो होता है। और जैसे वोल्टेज ऑन होता है, ये आउटपुट वोल्टेज की इक्वेशन है, आउटपुट वोल्टेज है, आउटपुट करंट का जो इक्वेशन या डायग्राम बनाए, वेवफॉर्म्स बनाए, तो जब वोल्टेज होता है तो करंट धीरे धीरे बढ़ता है और जब वोल्टेज जो है जीरो रहता है तो करंट डाउन होता है, वोल्टेज रहता है तो करंट बढ़ता है, वोल्टेज डाउन होता है तो करंट जीरो होता है। तो ऐसे करंट की वैल्यू जो है एक मिनिमम वैल्यू से मैक्सिमम वैल्यू के बीच में वेरी करती है। ऐसे करंट मिनिमम से मैक्सिमम के बीच में वेरी करती है। तो ये वेरिएशन कितना होता है, इसको रिपल बोलते हैं और इसको कैलकुलेट किया जा सकता है और इसको रिपल फैक्टर कहते हैं। ये अपन ने कैलकुलेट किया और इसका डायग्राम अपन ने देखा, इसकी सारी वेवफॉर्म्स अपन ने देखी। आप यदि इस लेक्चर के थ्रू नहीं गए हैं तो डेफिनेटली विल गो थ्रू दैट पर्टिकुलर लेक्चर, दैट स्टेप डाउन चोपर एंड इट्स एनालिसिस. So definitely when you will go through that lecture, definitely you can understand the step up chopper and its analysis well. आप उस लेक्चर को देखें, उस लेक्चर को पढ़ने की कोशिश करें और यदि वो आपको अच्छी तरह से जो है जाएंगे, उसको पढ़ने की कोशिश करेंगे, उसको थोड़ा समझेंगे, तो आपको ये जो है स्टेप अप चोपर भी बहुत भली तरीके से समझ में आएगा, बहुत अच्छी तरह से समझ में आएगा. Definitely you can understand it very well, very well, and in better way. Even though you are not go, even though you can understand this, because I am taking on the each and every topic very simple way, and fundamentally and from the basic level I am dealing the each and every topic from the fundamental and basic, so each and everyone can understand from that also. देखिए, we'll go through that step up chopper. Step up chopper. So the circuit diagram of the step up chopper is there is a source Vs and a inductor and a chopper switch and then a diode and then a load. This is the basic circuit of a step up chopper. This is basic circuit of a step up chopper. And here the voltage is known as output voltage, and here the voltage is input voltage or source voltage, and this is the L inductor, L as source or the inductor only, and this is known as chopper switch. This is known as chopper switch. This is known as chopper 2, CH2. And this is the diode 2. Okay, how it's work and how it can step up the voltage, that is very fundamental. We'll try to understand how it step up the voltage, how it's possible to stepping up the voltage. You know that conventional devices to control the DC voltage, only the process to step down the voltage. There is no any conventional method to stepping up the voltage. But you know that after the discovery of the choppers, after the practical implementation of the chopper circuits, there is the possibility to step up the voltage, step down the voltage, up and down the voltage, whatever we want, we can do with this DC also. And the efficiency of the chopper circuits are very high as compared to the conventional devices. The conventional devices having the efficiency either 30%, 40%, 50%, 70%, not more than that. 50% is the most economical efficiency in the conventional devices when we are controlling the DC voltages, DC powers. But in a power electronic devices, the efficiencies are 99% or even more than 99%. It depends upon the switches. So the switches are only the way to change the direction, the controlling only. There is no any power losses even. There is a very small voltage drop, and due to that voltage drop, and there is small power loss due to some heating phenomena take place in a semiconducting device. Otherwise, there is no any type of the power loss or the controlling loss. Okay, so how it happens? You know, when the switch is in on condition, when the switch is on, C has to on. So the circuit diagram is this is the inductor, this switch is on, and this diode, when the diode is the off condition, and this is the load. This is the switch on. So the output voltage is 0. Output voltage is this. It is 0 because it is the short circuiting. Because it is the short circuiting. It is the short circuiting. Short circuiting across the choker switch. So the output voltage is 0. This is the source voltage appears across the inductor only, and due to that inductor gains the energy. Inductor gains the energy. The current flowing through the inductor is definitely increases because there is no any additional element in the circuit. So inductor increase its current. Increase its current. So we'll draw the waveform diagram, then definitely we'll draw like this one. The output voltage is 0. Here the output voltage is 0. So this is the output voltage. So it is 0. And the output voltage is 0, but the output current is not 0. So this is the output current. Output current is definitely output current is also 0. Output current also 0. But the source current is, this is the source current. And source current is going to increase. Source current is going to increase through the inductor. Okay, this is the source current. Now what happens when the CS2 off in the second condition? This is the first condition, first case. This is the second case. So this is the source voltage Vs. This is the inductor, it gains the energy. This the switch is off. This diode in the on condition, the forward bias condition, and this the load. So now what happens due to load in a circuit, due to high impedance in a circuit, current is going to decrease. This current is going to decrease. And inductor oppose the change in current. Decreasing value of the current inductor oppose, and due to opposition, inductor produces a voltage like this. And due to that, there is a voltage that is V0. So whatever the voltage V0, which is sum of these two voltages, the source voltage and the inductor's voltage. Now the output voltage equals to the source voltage plus voltage across the inductor. So definitely it is more than the source voltage. So that is a step up in the voltage. And output voltage is like this. This is the output voltage for this. And current in the cycle is going to decrease. Current in the cycle is going to decrease. Current definitely decreases. Okay. In the next cycle, voltage 0. So the load current is 0. Otherwise, there may be the load current like this also. The source current is increases through the inductor. Source current is increases through the inductor. Source current is increases through the inductor. Now at end of this cycle, source voltage further increased. It is more than the source voltage, and the current also further decreases. Current also further decreases and becomes 0. and source side current also going to decreases. The source current is nothing, it is the current which is passed through the load. So this is the working phenomena. How the voltage is increase or decrease, that we can calculate easily from this waveform diagram. You know that here the current variation. So this is the minimum value of the current or the I1 current we can say, and this is the I2 current. So the average current is I1 and I. So the load current is I1 plus I2 divided by 2. So in first case, inductor gains the energy, L gain energy, and that gains amount of the energy is energy gain is equals to the voltage, the source voltage, the current is the I1 plus I2 divided by 2. You know, in this cycle also the current is variation, so the average current we are taking, and the time duration is the T ohm duration. So this is the energy gain. Second case, inductor deliver energy to the load. So the energy delivered, that is the output voltage, not the voltage output, the voltage across the inductor, VL. Current is I1 plus I2 divided by 2, because in this cycle also variation in the current, so we are taking the average current, and the time is T off. So we are taking the average, and in a steady state operation, the energy taken by the inductor, the gains the energy by the inductor in the on cycle is equal to energy delivered by the inductor in the off cycle, because the inductor is not the energy element, it is the passive element. Whatever the energy it gained, it delivered in the same cycle, so finally it's the steady state. It's reached on the steady state condition. So energy gain is equal to energy delivered for steady state. So energy gain Vs, average current, and T on is equal to VL, I average, T off. I average it cancel out, though Vs T on is equal to VL. VL is V naught minus Vs. V naught minus Vs. You know, from this equation, VL is equal to V naught minus Vs. T off. T the time is the T off. So we are taking Vs one side, Vs, so is the T on plus T off is equal to V naught T off. With the T, so V on is equal to T divided by T off into Vs. So that is 1 upon 1 minus del of Vs. T off is T minus T on, and that becomes 1 minus del. So this is the equation, and according to this equation, If del is equal to 0, the output voltage is Vs. And if del is equals to 0.5, output voltage is twice of Vs. If del is 0.75, 0.8, 0.75, so the output voltage is equal to 0.25, so 1 by 0.25 is 4 Vs. So the output voltage variation is, from Vs. Output voltage variation is from Vs to like this. When the del is equal to 0, output voltage is Vs. When del is 0.25, when del is 0.25, output voltage is somewhat higher. When it is 0.5, output voltage is twice of Vs. It is twice of Vs like this. It is twice of Vs like this. When it is 0.75, it is 4 times of Vs. 0.75, it is 4 times of Vs, and like this. So this is the maximum, in practical case, when the Vs is equal to del is equal to 1, output voltage is infinity, but not practically possible. That is not practically possible. Practical possible is when the Vs is 0.75, output voltage is 4 times of the input voltage. That is the practical possible. Easily we can gain the voltage 4 times of the source voltage. So this is what the step up chopper. We can gain the voltage higher than the supply voltage. This is the way we can stepping up the voltage. Now the types of chopper. Now we can taking the RMS value of the voltage. RMS value of the voltage. We know VOR, RMS value of the voltage. We know the average value of the voltage, that is 1 upon 1 minus del of the S source voltage. This is the RMS value of the voltage is root. It varies from 0 to root mean, means it is 1 upon T. It varies from T on to T. Vs. When it is on, the voltage VL, and that voltage VL is output voltage is Vs plus VL. Vs plus VL. dt. And VL is L di by dt. So it is L, otherwise VL is equals to V naught minus Vs. So we will put the Vs, VL is equal to Vs minus plus output voltage is equal to VL plus Vs, Vs plus VL. dt. Okay, this is the way only we can do. This is the way we can find out the RMS value of the output voltage. And VL can we find out L di by dt. So it is L, change in current is I2 minus I1 upon taken time. Time taken is T off. This is the VL. And we know VL is equal to V naught minus Vs. VL is equal to this one. VL is equal to V naught minus Vs. So even though we can put the value square of dt. So it is equal to under the root 1 upon t, t on to total time t, Vs is the fixed voltage, and VL is V naught minus Vs, V naught minus Vs. So Vs and Vs get cancelled, so it is equal to V naught, and definitely V naught. So, and not the way to calculate. So it is the way to calculate is, we'll put the value of V naught. Therefore, the value of V over RMS becomes Vs divided by under the root 1 minus alpha. This is the way. It is like 1 upon of Vs. This is the way we can write down the value of V over RMS. Okay, nothing else. Now we are taking the different types of choppers. Types of chopper. Different types of choppers. Different types of choppers. Type A, type B, type C, type D, type E. Choppers are available. Types of chopper. Types of chopper. Types of chopper. Type A, or it is also known as class A. Class A. It is the chopper which is operating in first quadrant. Means it is the chopper which is operating in first quadrant. Means operating voltage and current both are positive. The voltage and current both are considered as a positive one. So this is the first quadrant operation type chopper. The systematic diagram is, this is the chopper switch, this is the chopper switch, and there is a freewheeling diode, and there is inductor, and there is load, and there is a source. This is type A chopper. The operation is when chopper switch CH1 on, it is like this one. It is like this one. So source voltage is equal to the load voltage, V naught, And when CH1 off, this is the first case, this is the second case. So when it is off, the freewheeling diode works. Freewheeling diode work, and there is circulation of current like this. Freewheeling diode works and circulation in current like this. Circulation of current is like this. Okay, so this is the way current is get circulated. So the output voltage is 0. Output voltage here 0, but the current not 0. So current remains in the positive in both. Here also in load current remains positive and voltage remains positive. So the current and voltage both remains positive. So it's the one coordinate operation. Type B choker. It is also known as class B. Class B. When it is operated in the negative, where the voltage is positive, current is negative. Where the voltage remains positive but the current not remains positive, current is negative. So the operation can be explained like this. Operation can be explained like this. There is a chopper. There is a chopper circuit. So this is the freewheeling diode. This is the diode, and this is the chopper. This is the inductor. This is the load. This is the source. This is the diode D2. This is the CS2. This is the L. This is the load. Okay. Here the output voltage V0. CS2. How it's work? When CH2 on, the circulation of the current from the source side through the inductor, and there is a current. The current and voltage is positive. This is the V0, and current is circulate like this. So total resultant voltage is 0. V0 here is 0. Okay. When this CS2 off, this is the inductor, this is the load, this is the diode, Vs. Now the current is circulating like this. Current is circulating like this to the source. This is the I0. And this is the voltage here is V0. This is the voltage. So the voltage is positive. Current is not coming from the source. It is going to the source. So the current is negative. Current is negative. Not coming from the source. It is to the source. So it has this kind of the operation will take place to take the current from the source, like DC motor braking. When the speed is higher than the rated value, step up the voltages. So this is that type B choker. Now type C choker. type C. It is combination of two, type A and B. A plus B. You know, this is the type A. It is CH1, it is the FD. This is the A1. And this is the second one, B, D2 and CS2. CS2. Okay. Here the inductor and here the load we can connect. This is the inductor and load. This can perform in both the operation first and second quadrant. So it works in a two quadrant like this, in these two quadrants. In these two quadrants. Here the voltage is positive, current may be positive, current may be negative. Both the direction of current. So this is how it happens when CH1 is on, the current is coming from CH1 to the load. This is the one way, it is a positive one current, and voltage is also positive. When CS2 is on or off, on off, on off, CH1 on off, the first quadrant operation. CS2 on off, the second quadrant operation. How it happens? The current is like this one, or current is like this one. CH1 on off, current is like this one, or current is like this one. Okay. So in this way, this can perform what? It can give the positive current, it can flow the negative current. So both kind of the operations are required when type C chopper will use. Now the type D chopper. When type A chopper, input connected in C parallel, output connected in series. So this is the CH1 type A chopper, this is the Freewheeling diode, and this is the diode, and this is the switch. So this is the A and this is the B. They are connected in parallel. So they are connected in parallel to the source. You know. Output in series. This is the output in series. Input in parallel, output in series. So it is D type. Type D chopper. How to perform? It can perform in first and fourth quadrant. Means current always remains positive, voltage may be positive, voltage may be negative. It can give the positive voltage, it may give the negative voltage. How it happens? When you can turn on the thyristor, so this is the path of the current. So here the positive, negative, this is the current. So it's the first quadrant operation. When you switch on, now we'll switch off. Switch off these two. Switch off these two. What the same direction of the current, but it is flow, same direction of the current, but it flow like this, like this. So what happens? This current is flow like this one. So it has flow the power to the load, and the source works, this load works as a source and give power to the source. Power to the source. So here load work as a source and feeded power to the source. So this is the reactive power flow. So this is type D choker. And very important, type E choker, that can perform in all quadrant, in all possible operations, all quadrant operations, the type E choker. Type E choker. Type E choker. That can perform all quadrant operation, multi-quadrant operation, all 4 quadrant operation. Hard possible. Correct? 2C types. C plus C. 2 in parallel, output in series. So this is one kind of the C choker. This is one C, there is a second C. This is the second one C. Connect them input in series. Input in series. Connect input in series. Yeah, to the source. Connect output in parallel. Output in series. Input in parallel. Input in parallel, output in series. So this is type C. So it is also known as 2-quadrant C choker. It is a C choker. It is known as 2-quadrant C choker. 2-quadrant C. That is E. How it perform? It can perform in all quadrant. When the current can flow like this, okay, when they are off, the same directional current, but it can flow from source to load like this. So same directional current, it is from the source or to the source. So both the direct, from the source to the source means voltage polarity is positive or negative. So it is positive, it is positive. Okay. Second, when current is coming from this side and go to that side. So current is coming from the source. When they are off, the current in the same direction, but it is flow like this. And current not from the source to the source. Like this. So the voltage polarity is this is positive, this is. Otherwise it was this is, this is. So both directional current, both directional voltage. So in all quadrant operation it can perform. So this is the way. This is the way the choker, we can design the choker circuits. They can perform all kind of the operation. You know that when we want to run a motor, a DC motor, we require 4 kind of the operation. You know, when a motor run in this first quadrant, it is not a motoring mode. When the voltage is positive, current is positive. When current is negative, it is known as braking. Braking. When current is positive, voltage is negative, it is reverse braking. and when both are negative means torque is positive. It is known as reverse motoring. Reverse motor. And this kind of the operation can be explained by the example of a lift. You know, suppose that we will carry a lift. This is the trolley of lift, and a number of persons are sitting in a lift, and we carry, and there are the counterweights. So lift required this kind of the speed, and this is the torque. This is the speed and this is the torque. Both are positive and positive. Okay. When we carry, you know, the lift, there is only one person is sitting in a lift, and there are the counterweights. They are more, you know, the more. They are equal to the 3 and 4 numbers of persons can sit. Even though we are carrying the lift in the upward direction. So we require the speed in upward, but we require torque in downward. Torque in opposite. So this is known as braking, forward braking. Forward braking. Suppose that here a lift and only one person is, and there is a counterweight. They are equal to the 5 number of persons. And we carry the lift like this one. So we carry the lift but apply the torque like this. So this is the speed and this is the torque. So this is not a reverse braking. And here we are carrying the lift downward. You know, in a box, and the number of persons are standing, the crowd, and we carry the lift in this direction, apply the torque in this direction. So, with help of that lift example, we can explain all 4 quadrant of operation of a DC motor. Similarly, a chopper is required to conduct. E-type chopper is required to conduct all quadrant of the operations. So, in this way, I can explain, you can understand the different kind of the operation and different kind of the types of chopper, class of choppers. So मैं शीशरा मोला पिछले 22 ईयर से, अभी जून में 23 हो जाएंगे ईयर से, इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट और फैकल्टी को डिफरेंट कंपटीशन, यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जाम्स, इंटरव्यूज, इंडस्ट्री प्रॉब्लम्स, इन सब के लिए गाइड कर रहा हूं, टीच कर रहा हूं, ट्रेनिंग कर रहा हूं. आप लोग भी मेरे साथ ऐसे ही यदि जुड़े रहें और आप अपने सब्जेक्ट को फंडामेंटली अंडरस्टैंड करने की कोशिश करेंगे तो डेफिनेटली आप भी फंडामेंटली काफी स्ट्रांग होंगे और सब्जेक्ट को डेप्थ से समझने की कोशिश करेंगे और समझ जाएंगे. इस वीडियो को लाइक करेंगे और अपने फ्रेंड्स को शेयर करेंगे, जिससे क्या है कि आप फ्रेंड्स के साथ डिस्कशन करके और भी इस चीज़ों को डेप्थ से समझने की कोशिश करेंगे. Definitely you can enjoy a lot with me. I teach you the electrical engineering, machine, power electronics, circuit analysis, control system, power system, and most of the subject. So you will synchronize with me. आप मेरे साथ रिदम में आ जाइएगा, फिर आप एक एक सब्जेक्ट को वैसे ही समझते चले जाएंगे और आपको बहुत ही अच्छा फंडामेंटली सब्जेक्ट का नॉलेज हो जाएगा. Thank you. Well.